Alright, let's go. Here we go, baby. Woo! Patagonia! Right on, brother. Woo! Windy start, to say the least, guys. It's about 5:30 already. Hard to make progress now. Wind's really pushing us back. Well, we're out of the wind. Xander found us a little nice tucked in spot. We're gonna go check it out. Hopefully it's camp for the night. 6:30. We should take it. Yeah. Firewood, baby. Nice one. That's awesome, man. All right, this is gonna be camp. Nice one. Home sweet home. Hey guys, and welcome to another adventure. I'm here in the beautiful Patagonia wilderness once more. This time I'm teaming up with my buddy Xander. We're going to take on a 200-kilometer packraft adventure. The trip mainly follows the Rio Baker, which is the river with the highest flow in the whole of Chile. So big river, and with that comes a lot of respect and attention. We plan on completing this whole river all the way to the sea and ending in a little town called Tortel on the west coast of Chile. Also, in the middle of this section, we're going to have an opportunity to travel about 25 kilometers upstream, following the Rio Ventisquero. This section alone is going to be quite treacherous, and we expect it to take multiple days. If we're able to complete that, we'll get to this beautiful glacier lake where two separate glaciers meet, and hopefully get an opportunity to view this majestic spectacle of nature. This area is super remote. It's taken us 2 days alone just to get to the start point. This trip that we're doing hasn't really been documented much. There's very little information, especially on the upriver section. Hopefully we can make it to the glacier lake, and also hopefully we'll make it to the sea in Tortel in about 10 days time. With that, buckle up and hope you enjoy the adventure. Just 2 days, like 2 days just to get to the start line. Well guys, great start to the trip. Not a long day by any means. We only covered 8 kilometers today, but given the super late start and the strong winds, I'm grateful that we covered this distance. Really enjoying the company with Xander. He's a super guy. Great to have him on the team. So with that, good night guys, and see you tomorrow for day 2. Good morning, everybody. Slept in a little bit. It's about 8 a.m. Morning, Xander.
Morgen.
Well, for breakfast we got peanut butter, banana, oatmeal. Feeling very privileged and fortunate to be here in this beautiful landscape, and we have it all to ourselves. Cheers. Whoa, hello there. Woo! Oh, that's nice. Hopefully we won't get so much headwind today. We can make some progress. Working our way on the Rio Baker, and the wind's a little lighter now, so we're making better progress. Approaching midday. Yeah, we'll see how much distance we can cover. In the meantime, regaining some calories. The wind's just killing us at the moment. Making slow progress. Literally going backwards here. Uh-oh. About 2 o'clock. We're gonna try and tuck in here and get some lunch and re-strategize. Woo. Stiff southwesterly wind, and we're traveling southwest, so perfect combination. We go into the wind. I think we've covered about 20k. Just at a point now where a river's coming in from the glaciers up top behind us. There's too much going on. The current wants to do something, the wind wants to do another thing, and then you got the current coming in from that river as well, creating so much turbulence. Kind of sketchy here. Well, there's a class 2 marked on the map, and we can't really see it from here. We're gonna send up the drone to scout it. Given the conditions, the wind's really playing a factor and making it a little bit more risky, so we want to scout it before we commit. Well, the drone showed some good options. I think we're gonna take the second channel from the right. Looks like the safest and most straightforward with good flow, and hopefully that flow will keep us in line with our bow pointing downstream to avoid losing control with this strong headwind. Oh boy. Ah. Come on. Oh boy. That does not feel like a class 2 at all, let me tell you. River levels are so high. Shit. Damn. Woo. That was sketchy, guys. We're approaching 5:30 and I'm exhausted from battling the wind the whole day. We're looking for a campsite and this might be it. Let's check it out. A little silty because it's been raining so much, but perfectly safe to drink. Nice tasting electrolytes at the end of the day. Very much appreciate it. Cheers. Really looking forward to this meal. 44 grams of protein and much needed today. Chicken coconut curry. All right guys, end of day 2, and that was a pretty hefty day. We had really strong winds the whole day. It was hard to keep the packraft moving at times, and at times we were moving backwards. Managed to cover 29 kilometers despite the winds. We now have 32 kilometers until the confluence of the Rio Baker with the Rio Ventisquero that we plan to go up. But in the middle, there's a class 3 rapid that we are going to have to scout and decide if we're going to run with these really high water levels. It makes me nervous. There's also a class 5 that obviously we're going to portage. I think it's about a kilometer portage. Better get some rest because tomorrow's going to be a big day. Good night and see you tomorrow. Good morning and cheers, guys, to a good day's work.
Do you have any pro bars like handy?
Yes, I can get one.
Yeah, that'll pay back.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's bigger than the one that
I'm feeding him for the camera.
Please, sir.
Please, sir, could I have some more? Pay that back, Xander. When's this trip over again? They say don't meet your heroes. 9:20 in the morning, 32 kilometers to cover today, so let's do this. Very grateful for this beautiful flow right now. We're moving almost 7 kilometers an hour without paddling. Absolutely beautiful conditions. The sun is poking out, little cloud cover, which is always appreciated. Absolutely amazing to be here. We got some boilers marked here on the map, so we're being cautious in this area. Oh, and here. Oh. Yeah, right? Alright guys, approaching about 11 a.m. We are just under 1 kilometer from the next rapid. It looks a lot beefier on the satellite images. Heart is pumping, nerves are starting to run a little higher now. We have a problem. I just put a little puncture on my raft. We have a leak.
The only issue is if you hit that spot one more time.
Yeah.
And then,
so we got tiny little pinprick. That's a problem, so we're gonna fix it now. Not sticking at all.
Not sticking at all, yeah.
What the hell, man?
No, I think it's just effective.
The other one, man. Well, patch looks like it's holding up nicely. Happy with that repair, and now we're ready to run a class 3. I'm not hearing any bubbling, so that's a good sign. What I'm concerned about is is there any recirculating water on the left too?
On the right there is.
On the right there is. Let's scout it. Leaving the pack rafts behind, and we're gonna go scout this. There's a few dodgy bits here, like we saw a massive upside down V. We don't know what it is, but we're not gonna flirt with that. So the line is center left. Here we go. Big water coming up. Oh shit. Oh my god, Xander's way. Holy shit. Woo! Woo! Oh.
Nice, dude. There, grab on. There's grabs here. Yeah, I'm glad you kept your paddle. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
I was so good, I just hit a big wave.
Dude, me too.
Woo! Ah!
Good stuff. Dude, that was great. Those waves were so big. Oh, man. I went back, I'm like, wild. I hit one, I'm like, oh, I almost capsized.
I'm pretty dry down here. Back to fighting the wind again. Well, Xander just crashed his drone. And he's fighting his way to cross the river and retrieve it from the trees. Oh boy. I'm gonna cook us lunch in the meantime. We can minimize the time loss that way and we'll be on our way soon. Well, we're getting very close now to El Salto, which literally translates as the jump. The class 5 rapid, which of course we're not running, probably around 800 to 1,000 meter portage. I think I see it. Is that a trail there? You see that? Well, we think this is the takeout. Hopefully establish a decent trail to portage around this class 5. Decent trail over here, that's good. All right, time to carry some weight. Oh, that's the kit. All packed up. Come Packrafting, they said. It will be fun, they said.
That's what you said to me. Yay!
At this precise moment is when you start thinking about all the gear that you brought and if you actually really need it or not. This is the essence of Packrafting, keeping everything as light as possible. It's a cool portage. Pretty cool. Lovely fuchsias, and they're edible. A little bitter, but pretty nice. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Check this mother node boiler out. It's massive. Look at that. Well, that was an absolutely magical place. The biggest flowing river in Chile, pinching there, creating a spectacle of nature. Woo-hoo-hoo! This is what we came for. Such a beautiful place, but so intense at the same time. Even the pudding is intimidating. So close to those waterfalls. That's some good quality water right there. Tastes absolutely amazing. Whoa! Woo! My goodness, this is so beautiful here. We're in this massive, massive gorge. Well, the original plan was to make it to the Ventisquero today, and we have the time to do it, but we just found like the mother lode of campsite. I mean, sandy beach overlooking this epic waterfall, absolutely surrounded by mountains.
Hard to shift gears because we really wanted to get to the Ventisquero, but
we can't pass on this.
No.
Right on.
No. So sick.
Yeah, boy, it's camp time. We got a nice campsite. We needed firewood. That was the reason for that.
looked back again and the thing was upside down. I was like, oh! Oh, there goes these.
Yummy. All right, guys, that's a wrap for day 3, and what a day it was. Absolutely packed with adventure. We managed to cover a distance of 25 kilometers, short of our 32-kilometer target. We're 7 kilometers away from the confluence of Rio Baker, and there we will begin a treacherous and long journey upstream. It's almost 11 p.m. Time to get some sleep, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 4. Well, a rare pocket of quiet here with no wind. This is like the least wind we've experienced in 4 days. Wow, so peaceful. Well, here we are. After 4 days of travel, we are starting potentially the most physically challenging part of the trip, which is to hike up the Ventisquero. We have somewhere between 17 and 20 kilometers, more or less. It's gonna be a little bit unpredictable. We're gonna have to wing it at times. We're probably gonna have to cross the river multiple times. We're expecting it to be a couple days. With that, let's get packing and let's get hiking. Well, just going through some of the food that I like to leave behind so we don't carry as much. I got a ton of olive oil. We were planning on catching more fish, but that's not happening, so we're gonna take a few swigs. 9 calories per gram, so leave some. Getting rid of some food that we won't need for this section. Unnecessary gear. I'm leaving behind my fishing gear, used batteries and stuff like that. About 10 kilos, close to 20 pounds in a waterproof bag, and I'm gonna stash it somewhere here and pick it up in 5 days time. And there it is. See you in 5 days time. Bye. Xander's been waiting for an absolute eternity. Safe to say this will be my last trip with Xander. Don't think he's gonna invite me onto another one, even though I invited him on this one actually. Yo, just watch the thorns with the packraft, eh? Thanks. Peeking here, bro. I don't want to puncture my pack raft with all these thorny bushes. We just covered about 3 kilometers already. That's pretty good going, but that's the easiest section of the trek so far. And now we have to inflate our pack raft and make the first of several crossings over the next 2 days. We expect there to be over a dozen crossings altogether. Hopefully we can avoid a few, but that's the name of the game. Beautiful waterfall, pure snowmelt coming down, thin ribbon here, absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Looks like he's doing pretty well there. Really got to fight the current. We don't want to be sucked back. Approaching 2 p.m. and making pretty good progress.
Here we go! Woohoo! Yay! Adventure!
Uh-oh. Oh, nasty. Into the trees we go. Hopefully we can find some gaps in here.
I think it's better to cross. It looks nasty, and then I know the other side's open. And
We were thinking of continuing through the forest here, but it's not in great condition and it's probably gonna only deteriorate. So we're gonna make a crossing now and hopefully we'll link up to more navigable terrain on the other side. Nasty here. Ugh. I think we covered around 6-7 kilometers so far. That's pretty good progress. Managed to cover that in about 3 hours. Oh, sketch. Well, we avoided having to inflate the pack raft and we saved quite a lot of time and energy. Well, it's about 5 p.m. and we've already covered 8.5 kilometers of our route. But unfortunately, the last hour we've been looking for Xander's tripod. We were able to backtrack, luckily, about 2 kilometers each way. So that's an extra 4 kilometers that we've added. First nice campsite. We're ready to call it. I like this little faint trail. We'll take it. Well, we made it this far, approaching 6 p.m. now. We come to another crossing, but we're gonna leave that for tomorrow. We're exhausted and we found a spot that is out of the wind. I think time for camp. Yes, sir. Well, I'm super impressed with this tent. I'm using the X-Dome 1 Plus. I absolutely love it. It's super lightweight, under 1 kilogram for a freestanding tent. Really like it. Great job, Darstan.
Ow, that's too shallow. That's way too shallow. Booga booga! Booga booga!
We in day 4? Was this day 4?
Today is day 4.
Day 4. We're enjoying an absolutely beautiful campsite and enjoying good food, good company. Cheers.
To tomorrow.
To tomorrow. Alright guys, that's a wrap up for day 4. We covered a distance of 16 kilometers in terms of progress, but actually we covered about 20 kilometers when we include the time that we spent looking for Xander's tripod. I'm pretty tired and eager to get a good night's sleep. With that, good night and see you tomorrow for day 5. Good morning guys, day 5, 7 a.m. Time to start the day. Break. Almost 10 a.m. doing good progress. We're hiking on a boulder field now. Really gotta watch your step here and make sure you don't roll an ankle because help is far away right now. We've come to about the 9th river crossing. It's gonna be a strong river. Yeah! That went much better than I anticipated. Woo! Nice one.
One of many for the day.
Yes, sir. Lots of boulders. It's challenging, but good going so far. Can't complain. The moss is just crazy. Sinking in with every step makes it a little bit more challenging, but we're moving and in the right direction. Oh, Tango mess here, bro. Tango City. I don't know if that's an old riverbed or... but it keeps going through here, I don't know. Well, we're continuing on with the boulder field. They're tricky on the feet. Hopefully not too long until we reconnect with the river now. Another crossing coming up. We're just gonna make our way upstream as much as possible, put in there and try to cross to the other side. So if If you're wondering how safe it is to drink this water, I guess everybody's responsible for their own risks. It's been one of the highlights of the trip for me so far, not having to filter and faff around the whole time. Just scoop, drink, and go. And we're off to the races again. Further into the mountains we go. Well, just coming to the river and scouting it for our way back home. Some pretty big waves here. So as you can see, guys, this looks like a chanterelle, but in fact it's a false one. So as you can see, it has real gills. The real chanterelle has false gills. It also smells like apricot, the real one, and this one just smells like typical mushroom, earthy smell. So false chanterelle, not edible. Oh, gnarly in here. Oh my god, very thorny, very bushwhacky. Oh boy, stuck. Oh my gosh, get off me. Oh boy. We definitely know that this is very rarely traveled. There's fallen trees everywhere and clearly hasn't been traveled in a long time. Our trail ran out and we lost it now, so we just have to go back to the river for reference. Very difficult to navigate this right now. Because these are mainly game trails, you know, the animals sometimes scatter and it's difficult to follow what they're doing right now. But yeah, I think we should go back. Okay. Let's go back. We tried to bushwhack, but it's just, yeah, it's just too, gnarly in here. Oh my god. Oh boy. I want to go home. How the hell did we get in here? I want to go home. Well, it looks like we should have crossed the river earlier, and now we're in the middle of this thick forest. So we're gonna have to bushwhack back to the river for a while. Just taking this opportunity to get some water here from this beautiful stream. Also managed to get a nosebleed, but that's fixed now, so we're gonna get going. Oh my god. I'm so tangled. Luckily looks like it's opened up a little bit now. Hopefully it will remain that way and we can make it back to the river. Looks like we may have been able to skip 2 crossings by sticking to one side and bushwhacking for part of it. So that all in all is a win. We should be approaching the lake within the next kilometer or 2. Approaching 3 p.m. Feels like a long day. We're almost there, but we're gonna see if we can get around this big rock face. Yeah, come on. Well guys, looks like we made it to the lake. There's a piece of floating ice over there. That's pretty cool. It's been a long day. Woohoo! So this is the southern tip of the northern ice field of Patagonia. Big glacier system, and this is just the tip, the southern end of it. Sick of carrying my stuff, gonna take my chances on the water. Let's go. Everything is super cliffed out and it's extremely beautiful, but it's also very intimidating. There's very few places where you can stop. Getting windbound here is not an option. So we've come to this spot and we are still far away from the glacier, as you can see there in the distance. We're gonna try and make a little bit more progress and paddle up about a kilometer and a half this way, and hopefully we'll find a better campsite than this here. Well, we decided to turn around. It's getting a little sketchy on the lake. If the wind picks up more, we are exposed. We're not wearing our dry suits, and it's not a place to cut corners here. So this is an environment that demands and requires a lot of respect. The decision has been made. We're turning back. We'll take the campsite, regroup, continue tomorrow. It's getting cold. It's getting cold real quick. The sun's already dipped below the mountain there, so now we're in the shade and the wind coming off the glacier. Really cold. Oh, so nice to be out of the wind, guys. Got my food here, chicken pesto pasta. Gonna dig into this, super hungry. Been a long day, it's 8 p.m. We were on the water around 9 a.m. so a lot of hours on the move. May have said this before, but I absolutely love this tent. As close as perfect as you can get ready for a tent, in my opinion. Well guys, what a day 5, and it was a big one today. We covered 12 kilometers, of which 11 were by foot. Lots more adventure to come, so I'm gonna get some rest. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 6. Alright guys, so we're about to get ready to attempt to reach the first glacier of the trip. All throughout last night, I was hearing huge rumbles in the mountains and like thunder, you know, super exciting. So it can only be either a landslide or pieces of the glacier breaking off. We were about to head to that glacier this morning, but that's about 4 kilometers away. And then it would be a 3-kilometer return to the point where we want to continue on the trip. So actually we're gonna skip this glacier for now. We're gonna have to hike about 9 kilometers. Hopefully, if all goes well, we should be camping on an absolutely beautiful lake with another glacier that actually even looks better on the satellite images. Potentially the best of the trip right now.
I mean, if you had one pack raft, if you were out here solo.
Full boy error.
Yeah.
If I was alone, that's a huge mess up.
You would have been done.
Massive. That was really bad. Left the pack raft completely outside the water and there was no wind, but it seems like the water level just kind of rose a little bit and the soft waves just kept coming in. Thing is, I would have had to go for a swim with the paddle too to get back, and if I didn't retrieve it, it would have been extraction if I was alone. You live and you learn, I guess. Oh, it looks like a condor circling us. Huge wingspan, so efficient at cruising around. They can cover more than 200 kilometers in a day with barely any effort. Beautiful bird. Super enjoyable paddle this morning, absolutely gorgeous. On to the next part of the adventure. Alright, so we're just about ready to start our approximately 10-kilometer hike for the day to make it to some very remote lake. We managed to shed off some more weight, managed to leave all this behind. I'm actually leaving the whole bag itself, a little bit of extra food that we don't need, fishing rod, helmet. Now down to only one backpack, so that makes it more comfortable to carry. What I left behind is a used power bank, a day's worth of food, rain poncho. We left the tarp and the bag itself, so hopefully that gives us the best chance to make good progress here in this pretty tough terrain, and it's only gonna get tougher, I'm sure. This is a very seldom traveled route, little information on what we're doing. We need to cross the river now, so we're gonna inflate the pack raft and make a quick crossing, repack and continue on the right hand side, because this cliffs out and this is a pretty relatively calm piece of water, a good opportunity to cross the river now. Well, at about 10 a.m. and the wind has picked up dramatically now. I think it's only gonna get more windy as the day goes on. Windy. So this whole area is very prone to rockfall. As you can see, full of boulders, big size rocks. So we want to be careful and pass this bit pretty quickly, get out of the way. Well, we're surrounded by just magnificent nature and absolutely beautiful, to the point that I'm getting slightly emotional. It's something absolutely spectacular to be here. Feels like very few people have ever witnessed this, and I'm very grateful, very lucky to be here. I'm very thankful for the world we live in. We have an absolute gem and we have to protect it. It's a miracle. It really is a miracle of life, and we're witnessing it as we speak. Look at those glaciers. Absolutely magnificent. We're here witnessing them before they're gone. Just found random berries and we're just tasting them as you would in the wild, not knowing what they are. But oh my god,
So good.
tastes so good. But not taking any chances, not swallowing, just tasting.
Speak for yourself, I'm swallowing these.
Are you swallowing?
Yeah.
Don't eat anymore, man. Xander tried these ones, the yellow ones. Are they? Yeah, it's the same unripe, but these are like lemony. But then when they become ripe, they become like apple-like, really nice. But I have no idea what they are though. Well, we kind of got cliffed out over here. I don't know how deep the water is there, so I still don't know how deep the water is, so we're gonna inflate the pack rafts and find another way. Sandra was just saying thank God for these pumps. At the end of the day, they inflate our mattresses and they also double up as lights. So triple use, man of the match here right now. Now that is a big rock fall, check that out. Massive. I think this is what we're hearing from our tents last night. Well, what can I say except for wow. Every single view, everywhere you look is just absolutely breathtaking. What a special place to be in. Super happy to be here.
What's up, glacier?
Sure. Why not? Back on the move, and this keeps getting more spectacular. Well, we gotta go this way, but we are gonna get choked out there at the end, so I think we're gonna climb around this ridge. Well, we're climbing altitude now and we're feeling it. We've been walking for 3 days straight, more or less. Legs are fatigued, but spirits are high as always. So we're around 1.5 kilometers as the crow flies from the lake where we want to camp, but we're taking big detours around huge obstacles, and that's gonna pretty much double the distance at least. So a lot of energy expenditure, and hopefully the reward will be sweet. Oh, just made it to this gem hidden lake over here. Absolutely beautiful. The color of the water, super steep. Absolutely stunning. Patagonia continues to surprise us. Magical place. Look at the color of the water. We were back there and we need to come here. Absolutely cliffed out, impossible to travel up that. So we went all the way around this mountain, little mountain. We come up the lake and we're here now. Now we gotta keep going that way. Very curious birds. I think they haven't seen many humans around. They don't know where we are. He's coming very close. So we're just up on a little ridge bordering the river, hoping that this will take us to the lake now without any further crossings or shenanigans of the sort. We're gonna skirt over here and then go up. I'm taking the high pass because we have to gain elevation anyway after, so might as well commit. That was a big scramble, super steep. Well guys, this is as pristine and as pure wilderness as you're gonna find in this planet, let me tell you. We haven't seen a trace of humans whatsoever, not a single piece of plastic. Wild as it should be and pristine. It's extremely heartwarming and uplifting to think that places like this still exist on Earth, and a true privilege to witness it. We're deep, deep into the expedition right now, almost as deep as we're going to be. Very far from civilization and probably about 2 to 3 days travel away from the nearest help. Third day walking, 30 kilometers on foot, and it's starting to show. Absolutely exhausting to walk in this terrain. We're moving probably 500 meters an hour, slow going. Oh, ow, get off me, get off me. One step in front of the other, easy does it. Very much looking forward to camp now. So we've just seen glimpses of the glacier and it's absolutely spectacular. I couldn't be more excited right now. This expedition is really paying off. It's taken us 6 days to get to this point, and now we're here and we're gonna see something that very, very few people have ever seen in their lives. Couldn't be more happy right now. Yeah, we made it. This is what we came for. And some nice pieces of ice on the lake. So beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely incredible moment. And we're gonna take this all in now and really make the best of it. Because man, we've been traveling for 6 days to get here. Yeah! Yeah! Come on! Yes, I don't have to wear this backpack for the rest of the day. Thank you. Ow. Never swam in a glacial lake before, so no time like the present. Let's do it. Now we're here. Now we're truly here. Yeah. Go.
Oh my god, come on.
That was so
Okay.
well, that's terrible. Go.
Hey!
Nice one.
That was hard.
Well, it looks like some weather coming in. A little bit of rain starting to fall on the tent. Really can't complain. We've lucked out with the weather massively. Well guys, that's the end of day 6. We managed to cover only 10 kilometers today, but 8 of them were on foot and they were absolutely brutal. The last kilometer and a half alone took us over 2 hours to cover. Tomorrow we'd like to wake up super early and paddle as close as we dare to the glacier. With that, good night guys, and I see you tomorrow for day 7. Alright guys, about 5:30, wind seems to be on the light side now, so this might be our only chance to get up close to the glacier, so we're gonna try and take it. Good morning everybody, day 7. We are on our final stretch here to reach the glacier. As long as the headwind continues, I'm happy. A headwind from the glacier means that first of all I can get back easier, and second of all that I won't get pinned against the glacier. I definitely do not want a tailwind going into the glacier and potentially getting stuck really close to it. The glacier looks absolutely magnificent from here, and we hope we can get a little closer. Super exciting. Wow, that was absolutely epic. This is as close as I dare, and I think it's still too close. If a huge piece of ice would break off, I'm sure the wave would be pretty big. The main thing is not getting hit by the ice itself. We made it to this beautiful spot that such few people have ever seen. All the hardship really pays off. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm pretty sure Xander's feeling the same way. He's super ecstatic, and what a trip this has been so far. Speechless, truly speechless. Who knows how long this glacier will be around for, and I certainly want to see it whilst I'm alive. And I'm grateful to the universe, to God, to my family, to everybody. I'm getting this opportunity to witness this absolutely magical moment that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. Alright, now it's time to get out of here. Let's go. Winds are picking up as predicted. Time to get out. Oh no, nice work. Looks like the winds have turned on us a little bit on this section. It's gonna be hard work to get out of here. Well, we're setting off for the return hike back. We got 7 kilometers as the crow flies, but more realistically walking it's about 10, and same terrain as yesterday. Pretty brutal at times, up and down, around obstacles, through the bushes. You know how it goes. Where are you going, buddy? Go back to your home. Bye. Oh, in the rapid. Oh, oh, don't die. There you go.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're flying now with the wind. Up. So we tried to cut a corner here and we ended up on a pretty high ridge, and I would say much higher than we really wanted.
At least the views are nice.
Yeah, they are.
They're beautiful.
Desperate times, desperate measures.
We deem these to be safe to eat. Oh.
We got some dandelions, and in case you didn't know, they're called dandelions because it's a French for dent de lion, which means teeth of lions. So it looks like serrated teeth, you know? Both the leaves and the flower are edible. We made it back to the big lake, as you can see, and that completes a significant phase of our trip, which is about 40 kilometers of hiking over 4 days. 4 days of hiking definitely took it out of us. We're feeling it now. We're running out of fuel, and we're running out of food as well. We're running out of a lot of things. Xander lost his inReach as well today by accident. We have one between us, which is good. Beached our boats and back for the stash that we left yesterday. Well, we got a big tailwind at the moment, but we don't really want it to get much bigger than this. Getting some white caps now on the lake. Starting to get a little dangerous here now. Xander and I were just saying how hostile this lake feels. Pretty scary, terrifying at times, this lake. Time to find camp and not get sucked into a class 3. No thank you. Just gonna go scout this rapid. It looks pretty straightforward. We've opted not to run the rapids. It's 5 p.m. We're tired, we're weary. We're gonna take the safe route. Definitely time for camp. It's been a very, very long day. This is what I'm talking about for a campsite. Nice and calm. We got a little stream coming up from the mountain, super clear water. Home sweet home for the night, baby. Well, it turns out that I didn't calculate my calories that well. I think I left too much food in my first stash. Now I've had to borrow from Xander one of his meals as snack as well to get through until tomorrow, and then I'll pay him back from my stash. He's running out of food. I miscalculated my food. Food is becoming an issue, I think. He's expecting back exactly 1,200 calories with interest, to quote him. Time to eat and get some rest, because tomorrow we're running the river. It's gonna be super exciting, lots of rapids. Should be good action. Well, that's annoying. I have a leak on my pad. There's a puncture somewhere, it keeps deflating. Can't find it yet. Yes, I found it. Absolutely tiny, barely visible. But I can feel the air coming out with my hand. Yay. Pretty satisfying to fix your gear. It was gonna be a miserable night otherwise. On the floor, cold and very uncomfortable with all the rocks poking at your bones. Alright guys, I'm gonna go to bed before I puncture anything else. Managed to cover 17 kilometers today, of which more than 10 were by foot. That completes the hiking section of the trip, which is over 40 kilometers in 4 days. And I'm glad that part is over. Hopefully run some fun rapids tomorrow. With that, good night, and I see you tomorrow for day 8. Good morning guys, day 8. But I slept like an absolute log. Time to get up. It's gonna be an exciting day. We have a lot of rapids ahead. Great section of the Ventisquero River. What took us 2 days to hike, 20 kilometers over rough terrain with multiple river crossings, will likely take us a couple of hours to descend. It's gonna be fast, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and hopefully we can do it safely at the same time. The food bag is getting lighter and the rubbish bag is getting heavier. We're very privileged to have places like this on Earth, and it's up to all of us to protect them now more than ever. Oh, good morning. What a morning it is. What a beautiful place to wake up in. What a privilege to be here. We're just gonna hike a small section to find a good put-in, and we'll run the entire Rio Ventisquero back to Rio Baker, to the confluence. We have to get over this rock. I'm done portaging, man. I want to take my chances on the rapids from now on. That's it. Xander and I have just been going over some hand signals. First of all, I'm okay, go on the right. So if I'm in front of him, I can indicate to him, take the right channel. This will be stop, or I can say stop on the left. It's very loud out there and easy to get swept apart and difficult to communicate, and especially more sensitive now that Xander lost his in-reach, so we gotta make sure we stay close and be there to support each other if needed. So my in-reach strapped onto my life jacket. Here I have a pocket, strong Velcro, and inside I have my phone, which is waterproof, and last but not least, the helmet. Vamos! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh shit. Okay, pay attention. Look out for boulders. Look for clean V's. Yeah.
You okay? Yeah. Yeah, I hit the same hole as you.
Ooh, that's a crazy one.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you
Great,
good?
yeah, I'm great.
Well, another big rapid around the corner and we can't see it, so we're gonna scout it. Big water in the middle. If we hit that 100%, we're going swimming again. Might be a sneak route here on the left side. It should be okay. Want to end up in there. Some recirculating water behind me. That's a tricky spot to be in. Xander and I were saying how much we're learning out here, you know. It's a steep learning curve. You know, we're taking on some risk here. It's hard to learn how to manage those situations if you're never exposed to them in the first place. So it's a fine balance between playing it safe and getting out of your comfort zone to learn from the mistakes. I think if I was alone out here, I would be a lot more cautious. Wouldn't have run half the rapids that we run. Having a buddy on your team makes a big difference in terms of safety, and I'm grateful to have Xander on my team. Oh, this is sketch. All right, so we made it to the mouth of the Rio Ventisquero. Xander's gonna stay over there, do some fishing, try to catch some calories. And I'm gonna get the stash that we left here 5 days ago. We haven't seen anybody in 6 full days now. Very much enjoying having this wonderful nature kingdom to ourselves. And there's the bag, just as planned, just as left here, safe and sound. That's so much weight that we saved from carrying around. After repaying my debt to Xander, this is the food that we're down to. We still got a long way to go to the sea and not much calories to take us. That's the rest of today. And then this is about 1,000 between those meals, 1,400, 2,000, about 2,100 calories for the whole of the next day and the morning of the next. So food is scarce out here. We can't catch a fish to save our lives, but we're determined. We would love to make it to the ocean, but who knows at this stage. We have approximately 75 kilometers more or less to the sea. We're gonna try and get 3 to 4 more hours in of paddling. Hopefully that will put us in a situation where tomorrow we can really hit it and cover a long distance. Paddling in the rain for quite a few hours now. Making good progress, but getting cold. I think we'll try to do 1 more hour and find a camp for the night. Oh, we're getting heavier rain now. It was on the schedule and it's here. Almost 6:30, time for camp. Enough, we're tired. Enough of this. Well, pretty hungry and running out of food. I need a proper meal today. These are only 440 calories, which is a bit of a joke for expedition food, so I'm doubling up. I'm having both of them, investing in some calories and hoping that we can have a big push tomorrow and make it to the sea. Cold one today. Well, regardless of how many calories, I finished them both. So that's that. This is what I got. 1,600 calories to paddle 40 kilometers to the sea. Not ideal. Alright guys, cozy in the tent. Looks like a storm is coming in. Managed to cover 45 kilometers today. Biggest distance day by far. With that, time to get some rest and see you tomorrow for day 9. Hopefully we make it to the sea. Good morning, it's 5:30 a.m. and the wind has been howling the whole night. I'm gonna put every single layer of clothing that I have, try to stay toasty warm whilst we fight the winds and the cold today. can make it to the sea. I have a secret weapon here that may or may not work. What this is basically, I think it's called the drogue. It's basically like an underwater parachute, and they're using boats sometimes to slow down the speed of the boat, like if you're going downwind. What I'm trying to do is the opposite. I want this to pull us. It's a little dodgy. I have a knife right here ready to cut off if needed. When the wind picks up, I feel it like really doing something. Put it away for now. Desperate times, desperate measures. I donated my leftover sugar packets to Xander.
Holding out on me, man.
Break time, trying to warm up a bit. Gotta make it to the sea. I don't want to jinx it, but we are progressing really well. We're gonna stop for lunch, get some calories in, and make a last push for the sea, baby. Last bit of energy and a big push to the ocean after. That is Xander's last meal. We are both completely out of food, eh? Oh, and I have a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna share this with Xander, and it's gonna give us a little extra boost. Well, the river's completely died on us now, and we got a pretty exhausting next 6-7 kilometers to make it to the sea and come back into Tortel from the ocean side. Gotta give it all we have now.
Thank goodness! Yes! I thought we'd never make it.
Very grateful to have had Xander on my team on this. Things got hairy at times, and he was a huge asset to have as a buddy. On the off chance that you're not already subscribed, go ahead and check it out. He makes some of the top outdoor content right now on YouTube. The guy's on fire, and I highly recommend his channel. Now we are about 3 kilometers from the town of Tortel. I think the population is under 500. Hopefully we can find a place to sleep. Tortel, here we come. Yum. 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 Yes.
Yeah, so good.